Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today's video is going to be my weekly watches. We got 6 in total this week. I did stream one, but I won't talk about that. As I said in the last one, it'll just be physical release watches going forward, because that is what my channel's all about. It's not a streaming channel, it's about my physical media collection and what I've seen in my physical media collection, and that is it. Um, so go in order of when I watched them. So this was Sunday last week. I think I watched this Sunday night last week. One I'd heard lots of good things about, lots of praise, especially from Roy. I decided to put on The Swimmer with Burt Lancaster. It's different to what I expected, but different in a good way. Sorry, I hope you can see that. The lighting's not great, but can't do much about that. But yeah, it's a decent film. It was decent. I enjoyed it. It's like a puzzle. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but it's obviously he plays a man who decides that he's going to go swimming through his neighbour's swimming pools in order to get home. And each neighbour he comes across, it kind of unlocks a piece of the puzzle of the story of what is actually going on with him. And yeah, it's interesting. Burt Lancaster was really good in it. I just like the whole concept, and just visually it looked really good. It had a really good score. Don't know, doesn't actually say who did the score. Um, but yeah, not long either, just over an hour and a half, so nice and easy watch, especially on a Sunday evening. Um, one that I really enjoyed, The Swimmer, and yeah, one that I'll definitely be going back to in the future. So yeah, that's The Swimmer. Then I did on Monday. I decided to do my record my watch pile video, and if you've seen that video, you know that Don't Look Now was the film that was chosen. And I'd heard lots and lots of great things about this going into it, and it's not a bad film. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's bad. It just wasn't great in my opinion. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It's quite a slow burn, much like another one I'll be talking about further on, and I did find it a bit boring. I wasn't fully engaged with the story. This lighting's not great, is it? Hang on a second, let me see if I can fix it. That's a bit better. Um, yeah, it was decent. Donald Sutherland, Julie Christie, great performances in it. Ending's really actually quite terrifying when you work out what's going on. That bit got me, but it's just not one that had me. It's one that I am going to keep it in the collection for now. Ponder. It may leave the collection at some point, but I do think it does definitely deserve another watch some point in the future. Because most people I know that have watched it do really enjoy it. But as I mentioned in my watch pile video, just didn't get me. Didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping to. So yeah, that is Don't Look Now. Then next up, I basically just been going through shelf by shelf all of the films that have previously been chosen, or selected, or voted for rather, in the previous watch poll videos, and trying to watch them so they just don't get chosen again. So basically, all of these apply to that. So we have Batteries Not Included. Finally got around to watching that, and this was just a wonderful film. You can tell, although Steven Spielberg didn't direct it, it felt like a Spielberg film about these little alien robots that fly into, as it says on the top, Faye Riley, who's played by Jessica Tandy. They go into a window one day. It's basically this building, and it's the last building standing in this area, and there's only 5 of them left in the building. They're trying to save their house basically, and these aliens come along and kind of change their lives. Really good. Really just uplifting film. There are obviously bits that get you, because there's a character in here that you just you hate him as soon as you see him, if you know what I mean. It's like a thug. But yeah, really good film. I really enjoyed this one. Again, one definitely staying in the collection because I definitely will be seeing this again. If you like 80s films like this, you like your Stevens, like E.T., that sort of thing, Steven Spielberg 80s films, I think you'll really enjoy this one because this one was really good. Another one I want to watch is Short Circuit because I get a feeling that's quite similar to this, but I don't know how available the Blu-ray is for that. I don't know if you can only get it on the special edition. I'm not too sure. But yeah, batteries not included. Definitely a great watch. Then the following night, I decided to put on Blow with Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz. It's a true story about George Young, or I thought his name was George Young. Maybe it is. I'm sure his name is George Young. It says Young on the back, but I'm sure it's George Young actually. Or maybe that's just how you say it. And he was basically, he came up through the late 60s, 70s, and early 80s. I suppose he was a drug dealer, essentially. But the reasons that he did what he did, not like all your typical drug dealers. And it was an interesting story. Johnny Depp was really good in it. It gripped me throughout. I found it really interesting. Sometimes stories like this, they bore me after a while and I just lose interest. But with this one, that didn't happen. I thought it was just as long as it needed to be. It told exactly what it needed to tell and didn't overstay its runtime. Yeah, one that I really enjoyed, one that I definitely will go back to again. And Ray Liotta playing his dad, fantastic performance. Not like any performance I've seen Ray Liotta do before. He's usually like playing a criminal or a gangster or a crooked cop or something like that. But he actually played a really warm character, I suppose you could say, in this, as George's father. But yeah, really enjoyable film, this one, and I definitely recommend it. That's Blow. Next up, we have Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. This was the other one that I found a lot of people say it's great. Some people, it's a mixed film, I think. Again, I like this more than I enjoyed Don't Look Now, because there were more parts of this that had me, especially towards the end, than Don't Look Now. Forest Whitaker's excellent in this. The only thing that really gets this film down, puts it down marks for me, it's very slow. There are parts of this, especially at the beginning, where nothing's going on, nothing's happening, there's nothing in terms of story progression. It's just shots of different things, of like him driving in a car with music that, and I mean, the type of music in this, it's not my kind of music. Like it says Wu-Tang Clan, RZA, I guess it says Wu-Tang Clan's, I don't even know who the Wu-Tang Clan are. I'm not really cultured in that sort of music. But yeah, the story itself, I enjoyed it when it got going. Basically, Forest Whitaker plays a hitman who lives by code, and he's sort of adopted, as the title suggests, the way of the samurai. And there's basically the mafia are after him, and so he's got to try and sort them out one by one. That's all I'm going to say about the story. As I say, he's very good in it. There were parts of it that I really enjoyed. There were little moments in it, like conversations between characters, that I thought were really clever, really well done. But yeah, it was just, there were parts, as I say, especially towards the beginning, that just really dragged, because they were really slow, nothing was really happening, and it does knock this film down a few marks, and it does mean that I'm less likely to go back to this in the future. Again, it's one that will stay in the collection, because on the most part I enjoyed it, but it could have done more for me. But yeah, overall, it was a decent watch. So that is Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. And finally, another classic that I think maybe even last year now, this was voted for in the watch pile. And a few people have watched it since in the group chat. And say it's just a classic, and that is Flash Gordon. This is just a standard remastered. Blu-ray. But yeah, it's a decent watch. It's exactly what I expected it to be. I didn't expect it to do anything groundbreaking. I expected it, I suppose, much like Highlander, which is also set to the Queen music. It's very cheesy. The costumes are funny because just you can see on the front, and the performances are just way out there. But I couldn't help loving this film. It was just so watchable, and you just fall in love with the film. It's shot beautifully. As I say, it's really cheesy. It's a really cheesy film. When's it? 1980, I think. Yeah. You got Brian Blessed, Max von Sydow, Timothy Dalton, obviously Sam J. Jones as Flash. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it, and I will definitely watch it again. And the soundtrack by Queen was excellent as well. So yeah, that's Flash Gordon, and that was actually the last film I watched this week. So there you go. That's all 6 titles I watched this week. So basically one every day, because as I said, I didn't actually watch a physical film yesterday. I streamed a film. So yeah, hopefully the next week, obviously, you'll have another episode of the Watch Pile. I'm hoping to watch. Still got 2 from the second shelf I need to catch up from, and then I've caught up on the third shelf of everything that's previously been chosen. And then obviously by the time, because I'll be recording my next Watch Pile video on Tuesday, by the time that goes up, I'll have more stuff to watch after as well that wasn't chosen. So yeah, I've got plenty of stuff to get on with watching. Before I end the video today, I am just going to mention I am doing not a first, because I have done one before a long time ago, but I'm doing the first in hopefully what should be a new series of live streams this Wednesday at 7:30. There will be guests joining. I will probably also do like a little short and put it on my community tab. And I'm sure other people that are involved may mention it in their videos at some point before it happens. But yeah, just a little live stream we're going to have. So far confirmed guest-wise is Roy over at Blue Roy Movies, who I mentioned many times. Tim Cole, he'll be joining. And the only other confirmed person is Sammy G's World of Cinema. So the 4 of us. There may be more. I don't know yet. Some people haven't confirmed yet. We'll be getting together Wednesday at 7:30, so come join us if you're free. We'll just be chatting. I think we might set a topic to talk about, but it can go anywhere really, to be honest. Whatever, if it depends how many people join the chat, what's put in the chat. It's not set. But yeah, that is this Wednesday at 7:30. I think I've already set it up, so you should already be able to see that as scheduled. I don't know how it works. So yeah, there's that. So share it around to your friends if you think they'd be interested in joining. We'll probably go on for an hour, 2 hours or so, just chatting to see how it goes. But it should be a lot of fun. First time doing a proper one. I did a few years ago do one, but not with as many guests as this. So yeah, it would be good to see how it goes, just like as a tester to see what it's like. But also be nice to chat to everyone, because we talk every day in the group, but I've never actually spoken to any of them face to face. I'm sure a lot of you will be watching this anyway, but yeah, I'm not going to waffle on any longer, because no need to. I've said what I need to say. As I say, I'll put it out there in case anyone's interested in joining. But that is it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always take the time to get back to anyone that leaves me a comment, because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.